All right, guys. Alrighty. Let me remove all the stuff I don't need. I don't need my timer. Alright, I think I'm good. I'm ready. I am ready. Welcome, guys. Welcome to another stream here today. Hope you guys will be doing great and wonderful on this day. And also welcome to those that will be watching later. If you guys decide to watch it later after it's uploaded, welcome to another video. Alright. So for those Pokemon characters that I have on screen, I had to open Steam to open the stream avatars thing, and I was greeted by, where is this thing at? I was greeted by Silksong. It's like everywhere right now. I don't know, I really would like to play. It's kind of the type of games I love to play. Like I play Ori and the Blind Forest. Beautiful game, and this one kind of looks around the same area too, so but I would really love to play the first one though. So if I ever do decide to, I don't know, I feel like I'm very excited about this, even though I'm not really showing it. But deep inside I really want to play it. Looks interesting. Alright, anyway, let's put this away. Let's minimize all of this stuff over here. And I'll probably watch this trailer. Hold on. There's some cool stuff happening here. Look at that guy on top. Ooh. Legendary bosses. Ooh, look at this guy. That's crazy. Ooh, you can write stuff too? Look at this guy. This one like wants to kiss you too. Interesting. Alright, well that's pretty interesting. Got a whole bunch of other stuff in here. There's a lot of cool, like, I mean, kind of like bosses you can have because it's side scroller, right? How do you remove that? Yeah, it's side scroller, right? You can have like a huge boss in the background. And I was thinking of doing that in this game, where I mean, I know it's top down, but when you go into dungeons and stuff, it will be sideways, like side scroller kind of scene. And I just didn't know. That was one thing I was thinking about. But anyways, back on track. I got distracted by Hollow Knight. Excuse me. All right. Is everything else good to go? Yep, looks like I'm ready. All right. So in the last stream, we ended up working on trying to get the correct edges of the water or the ocean, and I got in a really good place. Let's reload this because it's an old saved tile. So let's redo the character. There we go. And let's disable the other thing because I don't need that anymore. Now I got it. Look at that. I got all the edges besides these edges, which I still need to figure out where the sand goes into the land, which either it's gonna be dirt or grass. So ignoring this part, I did the rest. So you can see the waves happening here. And it's not the final look yet. And I think it needs some tweaks. And then we got some in this area too, where the sand just goes into a deeper ocean and you don't see it anymore. But I can traverse anywhere. And basically everything's done. What I really like to do is maybe tweak this a little bit better. Maybe the transition, you can go a little bit further away and it has a little bit more opacity on it. Just that way it probably looks a little bit better. But yeah, everything is good to go. The only tough part is going to be this area, and I gotta figure out how I'm gonna handle that case. But you know what, first things first, let's open my Aseprite. I didn't even open it. And let's go into my Taos Atlas stuff here. But I'll put it on screen right now in a bit. Give me a second. Here. So what we can do here is that we can update these to go a little bit more further away. It will leave the center to be empty like this one, but we'll start fading it slowly and slowly as we get further into it. We'll do the same thing here and the same thing. I don't know if I'm actually using this one actually, but I know I am using this one. So let's try that out and see, which will require, let's see. Let's copy that. And let's make that all the way down here, just like further away. Right? I'm gonna do this side because then if I do it on one, I'm gonna duplicate it, so he just copies it over on the other side. So let's just work on this one first and get into a good working place. So this one is at 44. This is like 120, I think. Let's go like 60s or something. Doesn't have to be super perfect, but I go a little double it there. Yeah, I think if I go double on the other ones, I think we'll be good. So we can start off here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know why I'm counting. I'm counting. Delete all that. That should be okay because it was just a one-liner, huh? Okay, that's fine. And oops, I didn't mean to do that. Or maybe it won't work. I thought it would. Will it work? I think we can be left over by one area right now. Hold on. I think what we can do, we're missing maybe I should have went the other way. No, let's go the other way. let's just restart all of this stuff. So we can, oops, we can just restart it from this side. And then you can fill up these areas here a little bit. No, that's okay, I guess. And then we can go down. Let's go to 140 and see how that's gonna be right now. Over this edges here. We can go to 100 because we're almost nearing the edge already. And then these for sure. Dun, dun. I can barely see this one already. I can barely see it. 120. And then we'll leave the other one a really small one. I let to 5. Cool. That kind of looks like a graffiti way to do it. So we can just do this for all the sides, or and then the last two, and so oh no wait, oh yeah, this was the last two, right? They're the same. Ooh, could barely see that. And that's like the transition there. Let's see. Let's see how it will look like. Just delete this, paste, do that, flip. Oh no, rooster. And post it here. We flip it vertically, and then flip it horizontally. delete that, paste. Oops. Horizontally. Okay. Get this, copy, paste. I don't need to do anything to this one because there's nothing on the edges or at the ends. So we have to do ooh, I did not want you to do it on everything. That's lame. I don't know if it's possible to do this vertically. I guess I'll just do it on top of here. Is it 90? Oh no, look at that. That's not what I wanted. Alright, hold on. I gotta figure this out. Let's delete this one. I'll do this one because it's easy. Why does this not work? That's so strange. I can't rotate 90 degrees. Oh, there it is. That's so strange. I don't know what happened in the other one. Alright, there we go. And then copy this, paste, and then flip it. Flip it horizontally. There we go. Ooh. Let's see how that looks like. Let's save it. Let's save that. Not that crazy though. It kind of like fades out though. I wonder if maybe I start stronger and then it fades away. I don't know if it matters actually, but let me get these edges working and then I'll be golden. Yeah, I'm just debating if I like it or not. I'm about to touch the shader on this a little bit and see if I can get it working better. I got no. Hold on. Let's just do the other the small section first, and then we'll go from there. Problem is that there's less sand on this one, so to fade it away, it's gonna be different. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see how that's gonna work. Wait, is this already trying to be? It is. It was already doing it. Hold on. Let's do that. Okay. So just deleted that. Let's copy in that. And let's start doing it. Actually, you know what? I need to make sure it matches up though. So let's just copy this real quick, put it down here. And make sure this like kind of makes sense. I got a reference here. So that should be good. Doing that. Copy this section. Oh, there were two the same. Actually, I don't remember, bro. Should be this. Yeah. Has to be that. Do the same. I don't know. I think it's the same, but I'll just. Geez, you can barely tell. There you go. Woo! You can barely tell. Alright. So let's copy all of this stuff. We'll delete it on all these other guys. So not to interrupt the opacity in the bottom. On the other sand. So let's copy this. Paste. We'll flip it horizontally. This one will flip it vertically. And flip it horizontally. There we go. So let's move this away. And those edges should fix itself. There we go. Just wanted to see how that would look like. I am missing some other sections, at least for this one here. Like I would love to see some like a little bit of waves coming in or something. I gotta fix these edges, which I have no idea right now at the moment how I'm planning to handle that case. But yeah. Hold on. All right. Let's look into the shader for these things. Let's go in here. Or let's just touch that instead for a tile set. And let's go. It's gonna be hard to tell, huh? I'll select the center one. Because I can't get out of it. Oh yeah, I can. Let's go. Alright. I want to see it. Go to rendering. Go to ocean. Could also just be because there's nothing on the bottom to make it look better. Oh, there we go. We can just bump that up a little bit. Put a 0.5. This is a highlight color. Oh, I see. Leave it as 1 for right now. I was just gonna make it bigger. I don't really mind it. I guess I can zoom out and see how that would look like. I probably leave it as around really small. Make it deeper in color if I wanted to. Ooh. Just look at that water edges over here. I mean, this is bumped up to 5 too. I don't see anything. You can barely see it. So it looks like it kind of changed to the same values I moved with the other one. This is 0.5. I don't know if I was already 0.5 beforehand, but it kind of looks like it's the same thing. I'm gonna be updating both of them at the same time. Alright, let's make sure that this is actually separate. Should I? Yeah, it should be, because I can barely see anything here. It's there, you can barely see it. So I was gonna make that unique. Let's double check to see if it updates it. That's not what I wanted to do. All set, please. Okay, cool. I just wanted to see if it was doing something. Maybe because it doesn't have anything in the bottom. So that's the other one. And I bump up the colors in here. There we go. There's a little better now. Hold on, it's it is a little bit weird out. I don't know if it's actually using this one at all. Cool. I think I just need a little bit more tweaking. So it looks like kind of like it's shifting a little bit. Compared to this one, this is like not really that shifting that much. I may need to keep tweaking the values. Figure out which one of these I need to do it for. See what this one had. See if anything pops up. Do, 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 do. No, it's the same. Do, 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 do. I don't see anything big different in this one. Ooh, I actually can see it here now. Oh, the Talos is tripping out on that shader. But honestly, besides the values that we did here to lump it up so that we can actually see it, I think everything else is almost the same. What was the 0.03? Yeah, same. 35, 45, 27, 35, 45. Yep, same thing. Same Z's. One thing I would like to add in this section at least is maybe be able to add foam on it. And I can probably do that on the edges in here. I don't know how hard that's gonna be, if it's something that is easily detectable or not. The only thing is that since this is animating, something to think about. Not necessarily, but one thing I definitely would love to see is to actually see some waves in here. Let's look into that real quick. Let's see. Is there something out there? Do I need to implement it myself? Let's use Godot Ocean shader or whatever. And it's supposed to be 2D, please. I know they have water shaders in here in this Godot shader thing. This is cool. It also has depth in it. Interesting. Look at this one. I love the kind of like white stuff ripples. This is because the image is resetting, or is the water all like resetting itself? You can see a little like it bounces out. Water reflection distortion, huh? Interesting. Let's check this one out. There's a small visual bug I couldn't fix. Occasionally a transition line appears across the image and the water is moving. I believe it's caused by the edge of the noise texture. Maybe the noise texture isn't seamless? Like there's Godot foam edges, but it just looks like it's 3D though. Yeah, they're using vector trees in here. And I'm not looking for 3D right now. Oh, there's nothing. Are there images for this? Little ducky. They need to move the ducky a little bit lower. Kind of looks like it's flying. Or hovering, I should say. A simple physically based Snell's window term. Interesting. There isn't one that I want that gives me the waves that I'm looking for. That's in 2D. Maybe this one here. Probably the one that I was using, that I'm using. On Just Codes, yeah. Yeah, I think this is just animation though, I think. Oh, this one's cool too. Is this animation though, or is it actually the shader, the foam section? Honestly, the easiest way is just to add foam on areas, and then when it's moving away down here, you just update the foam, and it looks like there's foam on the edges. And that's probably the easiest way to do it, but I just want to check out some other people here and see how they do it. 2D style surface edge water foam, random bright spots. Yeah, the water foam is generated using a tile set based on the change of the gray value of the edge. I may just go the easiest route and just draw the foam and have that be animated. But so far there isn't one anywhere here. And it's just simple. Yes, it is a simple shader. Oh, I really love this part here. This looks like it's an older game, or either there's an indie game or it's an older game, like a back in the day. Kind of like those fishing games back in the day. Godot 4 Ocean add-on. Ooh, I see. And it does buoyancy too? Planetary curvature, interesting. Awesome. Yeah, not gonna see any that does that. The not just the foam, but be able to create like waves a little bit. Now I was thinking maybe adding another section of water here, and then randomly choosing that tile that wants to do the wave, and we'll do the wave for a small section. Like, you kind of possibly cheated, but I want to see if they can do it in a shader. It will probably be better without me needing to create another tile sprite for it. do, 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 do. Tutorials that can be followed, or even want to take a crack at clearer instructions that will help. Godot 4.2. Oh, just codes. Yeah. From the looks of it, this one already does foam. If I remember watching Just Code's videos, I think she mentioned about having foam in the edges. If I recalled or remember, I had to probably I'll need to rewatch it again. Yeah, this one has like a foam texture. Look at that. And depending on some type of position or something, you're able to figure out the foam area. Yeah, because I didn't add that phone section part, but this one has. Because I don't know if I got it from this guy or because this guy got it from Just Codes, but I don't know if when I did it, I used this guy's shader or Just Codes shader. But this one has like foam textures and stuff. Okay. I was just trying to do some research and see if it's something that's pretty easy to do or not. But anyways, I got in a good place. The edges here, I have no clue on how I want to handle that case. Let me turn this off. Let's open up my I don't have it open, do I? Of course, the Visual Studio. Do, 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 do. Alright, so let's go and check this out real quick. Alright, so for what I did was to hold on. Do that. Get this in here. So show me the elevation like we were doing before in the last stream. And there's nothing in pond. So we need to calculate. At least I don't think so. Yeah, one thing I could do first. Before I display the innovation keys, let's display. Oops. Let's display what type of towel it is. I should have copied this one here. Hold on, let's move this over a little bit. There we go. Let's build it and we'll go from there. And this is done building. So let's move this. I'm move this on the side. All right. So let's change to another towel. Let's zoom out. There should be water here somewhere. There you are. We got the edges in here. Some are 2, which I feel like it shouldn't be 2 though. I don't know why this section is a 2. 2 is grass, if I believe. 3. Excuse me, I slept late last night. 3 is sand. 1 is dirt. Or maybe 2 is dirt and 1 is grass. One of those 2. And 0 ends up being pond, but you barely will see that in here. Yeah, 1 is grass and 2 is dirt. Tile. So for this, I have no idea why this is a dirt tile. Yeah, I think that's where my stuff is. All of this stuff that's in here is supposed to be the dungeons, so like the mountain stuff. I just need to choose the correct tile, so I have to come back and do that. But since I'm focusing on the ocean part, and I haven't really touched it, but like all of this stuff should be sand. I don't know why it's not sand. Some are even ones in here, which for me it doesn't really make sense. Excuse me. But I think I'm showing what it is. Hold on, let me see my code here. I'm showing it as the owner, but what if I actually let's enable this one again. Instead of showing neighbor, let's show what it actually is. Because the top right ends up showing it on this top left. Oops, I gotta rename this variables later. The current index, which is what the current tile is, and what the owner, it basically goes into a function that decides what that tile will be when it decides to check to see what the tile that's on the right, the bottom, and the bottom right, and then it will do some math to figure out which one it's going to be, and then it decides that this is the owner. But originally this is what the tile type was before it decided what it should be. So let me look into it. Let me show that. So the first one is the owner, and the other one should be the original tile type. Yeah, excuse me. All right, so let's go back out real quick. And it crashed on me as usual. As usual. Every time I'm on stream, my throat just goes out of whack sometimes. Alright, Godot's open now. Let's go here. Let's build the updated tile. Here we go. Alright, so if I remember correctly, the first one is the owner, right? The first number, and the other one should be what the actual tile should be. I don't know why this is 2 though, when it should be 3. Yeah, I think that's where I'm messing up. Like, this is 1. Like, why should it be 1? Or should it be 1? I don't know. It's just showing 15 because that is showing the other one too. Hold on, let me see. Where is the other one that's on top of here? It's showing this one, and I don't really want to show that just yet. This one is displaying the current index that this one should be, but that will not work. 15 means that all tiles is the same, right? So it should be all completely sand with no edges of other type of tiles that is going to merge it into it. And the reason that this is 15 is because the one next to it is sand, the one on the bottom is sand, and the one in the diagonally bottom right is sand. So it ends up be like, hey, all sides should be sand, but in this case it shouldn't be. This one here, so yeah, this should be 3. And let's go back down here. So when I determine sand, I set it to be sand. I'm not sure why it doesn't actually set it to sand. Kinda very weird. So I mean, it does show as the ocean owner, it does show us is 3, but the current tile is 1. But it shouldn't be 1 though. And that's where I'm confused at. I didn't get a chance to look at it completely yesterday because I was last night. I don't know why it's 1 when I'm setting it to be 3. Unless I think of the problem here that I have is that, oops, let's move this over a little bit to the right. Problem seems probably is not going inside of here because 0.73 probably starts from here at this tile and goes down on all the way to the right, and this other one doesn't actually land on it. What I can do though is that I can set all the ones next to each other, diagonal ones, to be sand. But then this one will fail, wouldn't it? If I'm going from left to right, it goes from left to right when this thing worked. So if in this case it goes to sand, I mean it goes to grass and dirt first, and then we'll reach the sand. So I can check to see if the left is sand or not, and if it's not, then set it to sand. The left and top, and then when it's in the opposite area, I do the right. I feel like it's kind of cheating though, but we can try doing that. I need to calculate the other index stuff. Let's try it. Let's see how it goes. Where am I calculating all my stuff? Here we go. I guess you just copy everything. Let's just test it out and see how that will work. Is this where I'm doing it? Yes, I am. The current index, I already have it, so I don't need it. So what I would do here, so we set it to the current. We'll set it to the left indexed. And the right doesn't really matter because it's gonna get recalculated anyway when it goes in this for loop the next time. I don't think that this would matter though. There's like, hold on, well, one thought at a time. I probably see an issue here already. And then we can go bottom. Do I need to do diagonals? No, right? I don't even know if I even need to do this one here. Well, I don't know if I need to do the bottom, but this two right here is the bottom is gonna get recalculated when it reaches that point, and I don't think I need it because it's gonna go back on top, set it up, and I don't need to do bottom. I believe the same thing with the top. Let's try it without it. Let's see how that will look like. I don't think I do need that, but I'm checking for the left and checking for the right. Could be a thing. The one issue that I have with the right is that the right can be the opposite direction. By opposite, I mean if I go to the other island where the sand is on the left side, like this. Since I'm going from left to right, and this section is opposite, so the right will not work because it's gonna get. Maybe it will work. Maybe it will work. Well, we'll test it out. We'll check it out later. Let's go back to this. Let's build it and see how this looks like. Build. Let's build it. All right. Test it out right now and see if that works. If it doesn't crash, there we go. All right, so let's find a. Let's see. Ooh. Probably went a little bit too far here. It kind of is. I just gotta get it correctly, right? I gotta ignore the mountains. Well, maybe it should be fine if the mountains just here. I wouldn't mind having mountains on the sand. But anyway, I think it's fine, but it created a double section here, which I didn't want. And what would do that? Because both are ocean 2, if I remember, that is dirt. But why would that change it so it doesn't draw the towel correctly? Let's see. So it goes in here. If the neighbor is sand, I ignore it. Got it. Maybe I don't care about that actually. Let's not put that in there. Let's disable that. Comment that out. Maybe I do care about it. I don't know. Let's build it again. And it crashed. Great. It has something on top of there for now. Oh, let's open Godot. I wonder if there's a way to make it so that Godot opens up on this section and this scene instead of my left monitor. I don't know if there's a way to decide that or not. Alright, so it's open. Let's find that. Okay, so I don't really care too much about the right side yet. We'll worry about that later. We'll find the other section. There we go, we got some stuff in here. I think this will still kind of work because I have this section, right? So whatever this decided to be, that's what I will be okay with. I need to display this index in here and see if it's not 15. Because this looks fine. Hey, there's a pond here that shouldn't be here. Okay, it doesn't make sense for a pond to be next to an ocean, I think. Right? But anyways, first of all, it shouldn't even be here to begin with. Or at least that close. So I need to look into that. Alright. I need another one that's actually like in a flat area. How far does this go? Okay, I guess, yeah, I haven't done this side yet. Maybe this side, this is what I want. Yeah, I guess it got that. It got this corners. This one got these two, which doesn't make sense. Why it shows that. Current tile is sand. But its neighbor is dirt. Yeah, I don't know if this is fully working. Like, I mean, it kind of does, but there's certain sections like these that don't make sense. 3 and 2. You originally were a dirt tile, but with the ocean owner, you're deciding to be sand. Because there's sand in this section, dirt on top. Even though everything else is dirt or grass, you decided to be dirt. I guess it kind of makes sense why the ocean owner shows to be sand, because there's grass in the bottom, sand, and then sand on this corner. So you decided to be a sand. Don't do all of this stuff. I was just testing it out. Alrighty, let's make it crash. Yeah, so like all of this other stuff don't really make sense at all as to why, like, I can see because it goes left to right, so I guess this makes sense that there's sand, right? But for this one it doesn't, because the right one is here but the bottom two are sand. I'm surprised you didn't choose to be sand, even though the... Well, yeah, I guess so, because the other one is dirt like yourself, so dirt, and then sand and sand. It was like a 50% shot, kinda. So you decided to be dirt instead. I need these to be sand so that I can transition it correctly. But they're not. So that's where I'm at right now. Trying to figure out what would be the best solution. I was able to figure out with the rest, so I'm gonna be able to figure out how to do it in this in this case. One thing that kind of I'm trying to think right now. Let's look at the code once again. Anything that's above this, I set the tile above to be sand. Like all this stuff decides to remove itself, right? Like this would line up perfectly. Like look at all that. That'll make it a perfect transition if I can get that to work. But this is all 15s, which doesn't make sense. What will we do in this case here? I just find it weird that this is one though, but I guess because it doesn't follow in the correct area. It should be fine though. I think one thing I should do before I do all of this stuff, and to make it easier on me, is to set a certain amount before this to be grass, because being able to transition, have all of these types of transitions, it's gonna not be that great. So I guess one thing we can do in here, let's delete all this stuff here, is to copy this and just a little bit before it, make it all grass. So let's say like 2.5 or something, 2.5, and make that to be grass. I can remove this one, I don't need that one. Delete that one too, and let's just all set it to grass. Let's see how that looks like. Some of the transitions looks a little bit easier when it comes to drawing. So now I only have to worry about grass and sand transitions rather than having dirt in the mix as well, trying to mix with sand. So that when I create those sprites, I don't need to handle the multiple different types of cases for that. Alright, so let's move my player once again. Where'd the player go? Where my boy at? There you are. I guess it didn't work as I thought you would. Do I have to put a lot more than that? Why is it still one in there? Was it not enough? Alright, hold on. Let's put a lot more than that, I guess. Isn't that much? Let's make it anything higher than 0.72 will be grass. And then everything else we'll do the sand, coast, and beach, ocean, I mean. Alrighty. Let's try this again. Alright, everything converted to that. No, that did not work. That's strange. How did that change? Do I need to reload the project? Maybe something fishy is going on? Why are you still dirt? No, it says 1. I look at all that ones. But why is this one changed to a dirt? I guess you know why? Because it knows it's about to transition to I don't know actually. Is it because it knows it can transition to sand? So you decide to choose the dirt? Yeah, you can see all the ones here. All ones. So it did work. But I decided to change to this tile, which shouldn't be. Interesting. Okay. Alright, I was just double checking to see if it was working or not. Yeah, look at all that once. Oh, hello. Let's put that back. So this is the issue that I'm dealing with. Like all of this stuff should be sand. Let's put this back so that we checking for let's build this. So we're not drawing anything if we're in either in the grass or dirt, or grass in this case since there's no dirt around the sand. And if there is a neighbor that's the sand, then don't draw anything. So let's move you out. Hold on. There we go. Alright, so we got all of this stuff. We have one here, which is great, which is 11. I can probably use that as a transition tile. But we need to check all around it and see if it actually makes sense. So far, it looks okay. Yeah, this is looking great. How did that make it work? What did I do? Okay, never mind. There's just some sections here. It worked here now. Now it's working on this side. Now let's figure out why this other side's actually is a pretty interesting transition here. We got ocean on this side, it goes to sand, and it goes to another ocean over here. Interesting. I gotta figure out what happened here. Hold on. Let's zoom out. We'll make that out of balance and come back so that I can see the actual numbers in here. Is there a section that I'm missing that I'm not showing this? Let me see. Maybe if I'm in sand, but the neighbor's not sand? It's kind of sense like that. Hold on, let me see how I'm doing when it comes to the beach. I'm checking to see if any of the other sides. Oh, actually, there we go. This is just displaying the ocean. Oh, I'm just displaying it. Okay, I thought it was not drawing it. So here in the ocean, we check the neighbor, and if the neighbor doesn't equal a beach, but it equals grass, I'm about to do this neighbor stuff on this side. I went too far away, actually. So if I'm in sand, no, but already no, that will not work because I'm not rendering anything with sand. Huh. How will I handle the other side? I made one side work. How do I handle the other sides? I am displaying, oh no, I'm not displaying the owner and neighbor tile. Maybe that's what I should show, and maybe I can figure it out that way. Let's go back to the neighbor tile and showing it. And maybe I can figure out what's going on here. Maybe I can do something with it. All right. But I feel like the neighbor will be this side grass. It's not gonna check the top, but I can check the top and see what it should be. If the top is sand, then do something. I know I'm doing something here, but I'm only displaying it. The elevation, which is just it's just showing the index of that tile in the atlas chord. To detect the edges, but do I use any other stuff besides the neighbor? Alright, they all use neighbors? Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so let's just display the owner and the neighbor. Maybe there's something there that I can use for that section. Alright. Let's build it. So the bottom or the top side of the island, I need to look into that in case this changes right now, which most likely probably will. Oh, it did not. Yes, go. Alright, so let's look into this. Yeah, so current one, this one is grass, and the neighbor is sand. But this one still shows 1 and 1, and I'm assuming because the neighbor is grass, because it goes from left to right, right? It doesn't check the top. Or in this case, if you were to go in this tile here, this is whatchamacallit, grass in all areas. So if this current tile, when it's doing the calculations, and it's left, bottom, and bottom right is grass, so that's why it shows the neighbor to be grass. But it needs to check the top part. We do have this other section here. No, it's fine. That means this will make it so that it's 15 though. Maybe there's something I can do with this other section here. However, this is drawing it. Let's look into that side real quick. So it's not happening here. In that sense, it's a like coast. The coast of sand. I can check to see if the top or bottom in this case. If I can figure out what conditions are using this side, I can check to see the bottom section of it and see if it's grass or, yeah, grass, right? Because I already have the index. This is not 15. So I could probably use that. I just gotta figure out where exactly that section is that. So let's look into that. Excuse me. I just don't know if the ocean, the current tile should be sand. The current tile, I guess it's coast. It has to be coast. And then it's transitioned into a beach here. So let's enable this real quick, the index. So this should, if this one is correct, you show the index in here. And then I'm gonna have to do another if statement in here to determine it, if I should be transitioned to grass instead. And a weird selection here, actually. Very weird, but let's build it. Oh, it changed. Boo. Alright, I gotta find out another island that has the top part. That is what I need. There we go. Kind of like this, I guess. Yeah, you can see that. I could probably use that and just check to see if any other tiles is it's gonna be a grass, and if it is, use this tile set instead. I already have the other edges working, so maybe I can reuse those. Maybe I can reuse those. Hold on. Yeah, it gave me this index here. That's okay. You know what? I may end up being able to use that. Might be able to use that. Ooh, excited for that. Maybe I can get that in a good spot, and we can have the oceans working. We can have the oceans working. Cool. I think I might call it for right now, guys. It is almost it's 20 minutes early, but I gotta prepare. I'm excited. Hopefully I can get the oceans working. If I can get this working over the weekend, then we might have to maybe finalize it on Monday. But that's only if I'm able to get it working on the edges over the weekend. If not, I just told myself I was gonna give myself a week to work on this. So if I don't get it in a good place, then we'll just continue working on the next part, which is the almanac. So that's probably what we're gonna be doing on Monday, if nothing else changes. So either I get the ocean in a good place and we finalize it on Monday, or you know, it's already done by Monday. We'll continue almanac, or we'll just do ocean, finalize the ocean. So cool. We're getting there. We're getting there. I was able to be able to detect the edges on this side, and now I just have to choose the correct tile set. So that's probably my thing that I got to do over the weekend. Cool. All right then, guys, calling it now. Hope you guys have a great day, a wonderful night, depending on your time, and have a great weekend. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys Monday. Signing out.